you know there were over 22 million new images of child pornography on the web this past year? That's a 5,000% increase over the past 5 years. 5,000%. The fact is, it is the fastest growing international crime network that the world has ever seen. It has already passed the illegal arms trade, and soon it's gonna pass the drug trade. You wanna know why? Because you can sell a bag of cocaine one time, but a child, the most precious child, you can sell a 5-year-old kid 5 to 10 times a day for 10 years straight. And everyday ordinary people don't want to hear it. It's too ugly for polite conversation.
I wanted to answer that question so badly, like in a loud way, so I'm excited. Let's do it, man. All your positive energy. We're gonna answer the controversial questions right now. Oh, there's some big ones. Which one are we looking at? Okay. Ready to go? Hey guys, Tim Ballard here, founder and CEO of Operation Underground Railroad. Today we're doing a fun segment, hot topic questions. These are controversial questions that some of you have been throwing our way. And I gotta tell you, we're only excited to answer these questions. The sooner we answer these questions, the sooner we can all join together and putting all of our efforts downrange into rescuing and rehabilitating more children in need.
It doesn't hurt me. You wanna feel how it feels. You wanna know that it doesn't hurt me. You wanna hear about the deal I'm making. You and me. And if I only could make a deal with God and get him to swap our places, be running up that road, be running up that hill, be running up that building. If I only could.
Hello everyone, my name is the YouTube Schizophrenic, and we have a lot to get into today. Now we will be keeping this video apolitical, because to do otherwise would merely distract from the truth. Now we will open with the story from Meg Conley, who worked with Tim Ballard in 2014. Now Meg Conley went to Tim Ballard hoping to save some kids being trafficked, and quickly found herself wrapped up in a reality TV spectacle. After the traffickers were arrested, rather than concerning themselves with the well-being of the recently rescued children, Tim Ballard elected to turn the cameras on and march them over the bodies of their traffickers to get that nice made-for-TV image. Now I would like to get into the topic of what happens to these children after they've been rescued. First, I will show you what Tim Ballard claims, and then we will get into the truth.
o.u.r. claims to support over 6,000 survivors. How is that possible? This is a reasonable question that we get often because we have rescued 4,000 plus, but we say that we take care of, in survivor care, over 6,000. Well, it's a very easy explanation. When we go out and we do a rescue in a country, and let's say we rescue 20 kids, and those 20 kids go to an aftercare home that we're sponsoring for those kids, and there's already 100 kids there, we work to take care of everybody at the aftercare homes that we support. That's how we're able to actually provide services for thousands of more survivors than we actually helped to liberate.
Now, this claim has been disputed by both investigative journalists and Meg Conley herself. It is also important to mention, both o.u.r. and Tim Ballard have both been heavily criticized for actually creating a demand for sex trafficking due to their reckless methods in these countries. Now, continuing on with the fates of these rescued children, there is an orphanage funded by donors that has outright horrible conditions awaiting these kids following their rescue. And now I will turn the table over to an op-ed from Len Packer.
I want to toss in some information I just came across about the current state of Gesno Marty's orphanage. o.u.r. recently appointed Jeff Frazier to direct its financial support of the orphanage. He's seen here in front of the building. Remember, that's the one funded by Utah donors. Frazier, in a video plea, requests donations. He said the generator quit. There's no electricity. The water pump quit. There's no running water. He says there's no washing machine to wash clothes for almost 200 orphans. And he said a cook told him there are maggots in the rice. I wonder what's going on.
Now, while these children are living in such horrid conditions, o.u.r. continues to raise increasingly large amounts of money and is showing no signs of stopping. And I do believe it is fair to call them a charity scam.
Operation Underground Railroad is a charity scam. o.u.r., above all, is a fundraising machine that uses frightening, unproven statistics to solicit donors. Last year, it collected $21 million. o.u.r. still had $30.8 million in cash and investments. Why is it still raising money?
And now, following the release of their hit movie Sound of Freedom, Tim Ballard has stepped away from his own organization following accusation. Now, throughout this video, I have been extremely critical of Tim Ballard and Operation Underground Railroad's practices. But I do believe it is important to point out that Tim Ballard himself has done good and has spoken out and helped change some of these laws that aid sex traffickers. And Operation Underground Railroad themselves has issued multiple statements actually taking accountability for their many mistakes over the years. Following Tim Ballard being forced out of his own organization, I suppose we must pose the question, was Tim Ballard the source of the problems, or was Operation Underground Railroad a corrupt organization at its core? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, I encourage everyone to watch my Rumble exclusive podcast, Into the Madness, where we discuss current events and pop culture. And we discovered this story with Tim Ballard in real time in our first episode. You can find a link to that in the description below. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as is tradition. And I will see you next time.